Welcome to Title Talk with your host, Drew Wishover, entrepreneur, a published author, and owner of Inspired Title Group, along with his co-host and CEO, Amy Maley. Each week, they offer you some laughs, industry terminology, tips and strategies, along with the occasional real estate professional to help educate you as it pertains to buying, selling, or just plain old homeownership. Thanks for spending time with them. Now, let's jump into today's episode of Title Talk. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Drew.
My name is Amy.
We are your friends and family and fun folks from, wow, that's a lot.
That was a lot of F's.
Fun folks from the Inspired Business Group, where Inspired Title lives, where Inspired Development lives. We have a special guest here with us today. We're so excited to have her on here. She is just an amazing realtor. We've done, lots of work together. Just one of the more fun people that we have in our circle of friends, and we're happy to call her friend too. So Roxanne with Village Realty. Hello. How are you? Thank you for a couple months to get your rear end on here, and now she is here. And why don't you tell the audience a little bit about you and what you do and all that fun?
Awesome. So I'm a realtor with Village Realty. My office is located in Frankfurt, but we have a lot of offices
Yes, you do.
in Indiana, throughout Illinois suburbs, Michigan, Florida. Lots of good places, lots of good opportunities to service our clients. I've been in real estate about 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good quick little plug. If
Yeah.
you need Roxanne's information, it's scrolling across. It's
It's
also
right in the
on
middle.
our screen here. She's known to us from just, I think how this really started was a Title Talk listener, and then all of a sudden came to answering some questions, and then she had a closing here and was just, really, really happy with what we did as a team, and then became just part of the family, and it's really been
I think you
great.
came here like a couple months into real estate, right? Like a year maybe?
It was like a year.
A year or
yeah.
so into
and
it,
then
yeah, so-
I had my a closing here, and then I
Yeah.
started watching you guys on Title Talk and participating in
So awesome. It's so cool.
And you helped my daughter find a house, which is a big thing, so I thank you for that.
Yeah.
She's loving it out there. She's
Good.
still there. That's a good thing. Why don't we go into some questions and
Yeah.
kind of grill you a little bit and have you talk a little bit about some things that are going on in the industry. And if you guys have any questions, if there's something that you want to ask Roxanne, now's a great time to do that. Certainly, throw that into the message. Brittany can let us know, and we'll certainly jump on to those questions and things. So, Amy, you want to go first?
Why real estate? For the listeners out there, before we get into what
that's
specifically.
Good start.
Yeah, why?
So I came from social services, nonprofit organizations, and I ended up advocating for folks for housing. And then in college, I had studied fair housing,
Okay.
and equal housing policy, and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So it kind of just made sense when I was thinking of things to kind of transfer on to
For sure.
different
That's
career
cool.
opportunities.
You were affiliated with Together We Cope. You've worked with before.
Yeah, that was my
a little
first, before I actually decided what I wanted to be. I started volunteering there, and then
Yeah.
kind of worked my way up after volunteering. I became a case manager with them. So
It's-
that was my first.
It's just the small world that I'm seeing. The older
Yeah.
I get, the smaller the world gets, I always say. So it's crazy that.
No, that was a cool quick connection that we did our give back to Together We Cope, and in my conversation about it with Roxanne on the phone one day, she's like, "Oh my God, I used to work there," and I remembered that last time you visited us that you had said that, and what a great organization.
Oh God,
I mean,
it really is.
we were just so excited to donate and be a part of that, and watching people actually, as we were donating our items and things, there was a whole side full of people kind of shopping for products and stuff,
Yeah.
and it was just really touching to see where it went for. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
We do have a question.
We do have a
Listeners
question.
are ready.
Yes, do you want to read it?
I can read it. What have you seen change in the market since you helped Billy and I back in the end of summer, early fall 2021? It was from Courtney.
I can say. Hi,
She didn't
Dorothy.
mention her name, but she mentioned Billy.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
right. But not-
Honestly, not much. It's a lot of the same. It's a lot of the same.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of houses, making a lot of offers. I
Yeah.
feel like it is starting to give a little bit more. You have more buyers, I think, kind of standing their ground when it comes to the overbidding and things like
Yep,
that.
I would,
So
I would agree with that.
a little bit better there, but it's still pretty cutthroat. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're still seeing a very similar issue with what Roxanne had said, because obviously in the development side, we're selling a home, and we saw that the pricing had really kind of stayed firm. As you said, people aren't willing to overpay, but what's starting to happen is the appraisals are not really warranting that excessive price,
Exactly,
right?
yes.
So now that becomes a whole other conversation of how to, what to do, et cetera. And those are certainly conversations you probably have with your, buyers going, hey, are you willing to pay the additional monies if this thing doesn't appraise?
Absolutely.
What has that response been? Are people interested in overpaying? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 50-50. There are some people that are like, no, we'll just keep going and,
Okay.
it's not our house if we don't get it. And then you have people where they, if they need or just want that house and
Yeah.
want to move, they're willing, if they have a mortgage, they kind of calculate what that is in the long run. And
Right.
if they feel that it's not too big of a difference for them as a monthly or whatever that looks
For
like
sure.
for them, then they're willing to,
That's-
pay that extra money, yeah.
that's just interesting to me that it's gotten to that point where people are going, you know what, yeah, I'm willing to come up with the $10,000 or $15,000 additional to pay for this house, because number one, there's not a lot of inventory out there. Number two, I really fell in love with this house, but I don't know if you guys heard in her comment, she said, maybe this just isn't our house. I think that's a real interesting perspective to
Yeah,
have when
it
you're
is.
doing that home shopping, going, maybe it's not meant to be, it's okay. And really differentiating, saying, am I really willing to overpay, because you're already now, you're negative equity.
Right.
Because you the appraisal is less than what you're paying for it, so you're gonna have to be there for a little bit to just get it back to equal,
Even, right?
and then gain. So if you're gonna be there for a long period of time, certainly that might be, something you'd be willing to do. But if it's a quick, I'm gonna be here 3 or 5 years, maybe it's something to think about and just go, maybe this isn't our house.
Yep.
And maybe we can move on to it, so.
And how about inventory wise? Are you a little bit more? Than,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's
during
pretty
COVID?
stim though. I think it
Yeah.
depends what community you're looking in,
For
you know
sure.
what I mean? And of course what price range too.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
it all varies, but it's still pretty skim.
Yeah. Because I remember, during COVID, I would just click around Redfin and just see what was out there, and there would be like 2 houses in like a 40-mile radius, and I'm like, oh my
It's
gosh,
very similar still.
that is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
nuts.
So this month, we're concentrating on talking about lenders and really highlighting lenders, because we've had them on the show, and we're the realtor relationship with lenders. Do you have specific relationship with lenders, and then what do you look for in a lender to kind of establish that relationship?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's super strong. I was just talking to Amy about this. I
Yeah.
think it's very important to have a variety of vendors as a realtor that you can refer out to your clients. Number one, because you want the whole transaction to run smoothly, and I think that if you don't have that relationship with the other vendors that your clients are working with, not to say that it will always go awry, but you can pretty safely ensure a smooth transaction if you know all the parties that are
Right.
involved, right? So for lenders specifically, I think for any vendor, it's all about communication, especially with lenders, because right now you could still find yourself in a bidding war.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure, yeah,
So
absolutely.
in a lender, I want you to be able to write my client a pre-approval as soon as possible, because they need
Absolutely.
to be able to compete,
Right, absolutely.
So, so that, I mean, you have to have that kind of I need that instant gratification,
Absolutely.
you know?
So you're kind of establishing a relationship with a lender, and I'm sure you're approached by a lot of them, because again, the partnership, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
How do you really just get connected, and what is something that really sticks out to you to say, this is a lender I want to work with, this is somebody who I think is going to be beneficial for my client?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the communication is really strong. For me, the preferred lenders that I work with are really good about, you know, if they have one of my clients they're working on a pre-approval letter for them, they're communicating that information to me, letting me know the kind of just updates and things like that are important to know along the process.
For sure.
Just keeping everybody in the loop, you know, because oftentimes there could be a lot going on the mortgage end. And if I don't know about it, I can't necessarily help them or like keep them, you know, help them keep track of timelines
Absolutely.
and things like that. So
Because that's one of the things we noticed when on one of our houses. It's like you don't hear anything for a month, and you're hoping that everything's going swimmingly and that everything's moving along. But like in the grand scheme of things, communication is huge. You know, reach out 2 weeks, see what's going on.
Absolutely,
let us
absolutely.
know. Yeah.
You heard Roxanne use a term that we talked about a little bit last week, and it was that pre-approval letter. And it's always a stickler with me as an investor and on the development side. It's really something that I pay a lot of attention to because it is really the kind of starting process. So the validity of that, the strength of that really matters. Would you care to just talk about that for a minute or two to kind of give people a better understanding? I mean, a lot of approval letters are just garbage on the surface.
sure.
What is your process to really validate that pre-approval letter?
Yeah, well, I definitely want to see that it's from a well-known and well-established company, right?
Right.
And then the individual, of course. If I don't know the individual, it doesn't mean anything. But I want to make sure that it's a company that I know is well, looked at throughout the community
Sure.
and well respected throughout the community. So yeah, I mean, and then you want to make sure that they have actually looked at the financials, because I know there are pre-approvals where you could just go online.
There you go.
I don't want to say any names, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of
Oh,
those
yeah.
big national kind of companies that will just let you get a pre-approval and not even have looked at your finances or
100%.
anything. So you want to make sure that it's somebody that has actually sat down and talked with the clients and have looked at their finances.
Yeah.
That could actually give them that solid, this is how much you can afford,
For
basically.
sure.
Thanks for doing that, because I think that really validating that approval letter, as we talked about last time. Can you buy a house without it? Can you put in an offer without a approval letter?
In this climate, like I would say pre-pandemic, you might be able to get away
Right.
with even showing, but for me as an agent, I won't even take any, like 9 times out of 10, I don't even, you know what I mean? Unless you're like a cash offer and I've seen your proof of funds letter, which
Right.
is the same, essentially the same thing. But, if it's something that where I know there's, like it's very limited, so if there's something that comes up, but I know they're in communication with my
Yes.
lender, with
Yeah.
one of my preferred lenders, then yeah, I'll take you out to see one house or a couple of houses
Okay.
before you actually get that finalized. But realistically, most agents won't even let you walk through the door of somebody's home without having that pre-approval letter.
And that's what we said, last week. The importance of it is very important to initially start the process. So, when you think about, hey, I want to start looking for houses and things, I think the first step not only is to just contacting the realtor, but really getting your finances kind of locked up. And with that being said, if you called Roxanne and said, hey, I want to start the process, she could connect you to her preferred list of lenders, where now you're in a safe zone of comfortability. She's worked with them before, they're experienced, the communication's going to be good, and it's always good to shop a few lenders because the rates will be different, as we said. But the point being is, don't expect to go see a bunch of homes until you really have that established.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead, Abe.
We got another one from listeners.
We do.
Okay. All right. Courtney's
Put me on the
back.
spot today. Okay.
Courtney's back. Our townhouse is still a big market. I know we saw a lot of those ranch town homes as well. Is that popular?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say that, even since Ucourt, I've definitely sold a few townhomes since then, and it seems to be, I might even say when I'm looking, a little bit more readily available.
Yeah.
I would say, I would think so
They're
too.
harder to finance too.
Yes.
In some instances, which is crazy, because that's where a lot of the first time home buyers are going to be directed, and that's what their budget's going to be able to afford, is those condos and the townhomes, where they're a little bit smaller and they're a little bit more affordable, but yet you go to the lender and they're a lot more of a risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're dealing with the HOAs,
Mhm.
and
Exactly.
the thing with that is a lot of that kind of information that the buyer needs to be aware of, or
Yeah.
the mortgage lenders need to be aware of. You don't get a lot of that information until the very end, so
Right.
that
Mhm.
becomes a kind of shaky. Yeah, can be shaky.
It is. It's insane that it really takes it to that place. But again, that's where, as you start this process, there are things that you don't know that we being in the industry know and we deal with every day.
Yeah.
What you go is, oh my gosh, this is really difficult. We say this is what we do every day. It's really not. Getting into that circle of comfortability and letting the professionals handle the process really makes a transaction just go so much more smoothly
Absolutely.
and makes things easy. Amy, got another question for our friend.
Why is a title company important for you? And
Oh.
how can we assist you to make your deals go by even more smoothly?
Wow, the title company question
So,
comes
like,
out.
What makes a good title
Yeah.
company, essentially? Yeah, I mean, I think, again, just like the lender thing, communication.
Yeah.
Especially because folks don't often hear from the title company, especially from the buyers. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but if you don't know, have your closing confirmation when all that stuff's in and you don't know what's going on, especially for my first time buyers, they get so nervous, they
I'm
don't know
sure.
what's going on.
Yeah.
So I think just having that communication, which you guys are so good about, with communicating
Thank
with
you.
clients
Thank you,
to
thank
let
you.
them know, if they need anything,
Right.
or even I would say just making sure that everybody is CC'd, your lenders, and
Yep.
everybody in all parties, especially when it gets to that title part, because if there's things that need to be done, it's good to have everybody knowing about that, and then that way, if they didn't get a closing confirmation or something, they know that they're waiting for things to
Absolutely.
come
For sure,
through first.
absolutely, that makes
And
sense.
that's,
Yeah.
there again, the terms that you're hearing are some things that we talked a little bit about last week, but the closing confirmation is really the coup de grace. That's that last piece of information you're going, I got it clear to close, we have a date set, I can now get excited about this thing really moving to, fruition to finalizing. And you've obviously done closings at other title companies, and we're not gonna hold that against you, we still love you. But can you see a difference between the bigger companies and some of the smaller ones as far as like they're super busy or the personal touch or is there really a
Communicating
noticeable
with a
difference
couple
that
different
you
parties,
can?
yeah. that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
oh yeah, absolutely, you
Yeah.
can definitely see the difference in the, I mean, to put it blunt, like a lack of communication.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely, with the bigger guys, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And there again, it kind of just points to we didn't script this for her. This is legitimately her words. We have not written this out to have her.
She didn't
kind of
even look at her script.
I didn't.
Right. Look, she can't even know this. First time, Roxanne was nervous, super quiet.
Yeah,
and
she had her like,
everything-
I have my notepad
you
right
did.
here.
I was like, dang, this girl's ready.
I mean, the table looked like it was right up to her, here on her, it's just like a talking head, and she was just so like, I need to know every question. Right now, you're killing it. But to her point that sometimes dealing with a smaller guy is really going to get you that better service, that communication, that personal touch, and is going to treat you more comfortably than that big feeling of, okay, it's a big name, they've done it, a lot, or they do a lot of them, but they probably don't communicate it well. They probably just, pass that file through and it's just like, churn and burn, where, we're excited for you. We're really wanting to be and celebrate this process and progress with you. And Inspired is really doing some different things in 22 to show that. We're kind of ramping up some of our post-closing fun to really celebrate with the clients and share a little extra time afterwards with the clients and really show them that wow, this is a big day and we're really happy for you guys to be doing this. So to her point, there is a lot of value in what that relationship is, and it's really a relationship business for all of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lender, realtor, title company, attorney. This is what we are doing, if you haven't gathered, is putting the segments together for the shows that we've done in the past to now to really just represent that the network of folks that we work with is positive, exciting people that are like us. And Roxanne comes into this space, exuding that same thing. I mean, not only was I comfortable enough to let her do this for my daughter, it was just Courtney just fell in love with her and said, I don't want to see anybody else. I don't want to work with anybody else, Roxanne. And I click, and the age was relatively close, and everything was relatable. I was certainly the old guy in this process, but it was just really fun experience for Courtney, and I appreciate and thank you for doing that for them, because really it's nerve-wracking to buy your first house. I mean, Brittany did it, Courtney did it. It's scary to become an adult.
Absolutely, it's a lot of information that you're being thrown, and you need to be able to navigate through that.
Yeah, I mean,
And have a realtor you trust and want to work with that you can communicate with.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I mean, And we have another question here is, who is your favorite, this is not a fair question, Carol, come on. Who is your favorite title company that inspires you? That's a horrible question. I mean, that's just putting it on a silver plate. But just, maybe I'll change that up. Because I may be understanding, I'll read between the lines. Are you actually, as you work with a lot of different vendors, you have, you're inspired by what they do and what they can do for your client.
Yeah.
And is there a specific company, and you could say it's a lender friend or it's an attorney friend that really goes above and beyond to just say, wow, they just do it, they just kill it. Is there a specific company or group that does that for you?
I would say it's definitely you guys. Yeah, out of everybody I work with, I think
You
even
can script that.
all the companies and everything. I think and not only with the clients, you guys are very active in your community and you preach a lot of positivity. All that good stuff throughout your work. When you walk in the door of the office, you see all the fun boards and everything with like positive motivations and
Right.
affirmations and things like that. And it's just a great atmosphere to want to be around, and it's an atmosphere that I would like my clients to be in too. So
No, I
That's
thank
very
you for that.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks, Carol, for the segue. She just wanted to get into the raffle, she said. So, what a horrible way to get into the raffle, but thanks, honey, that was great. How about telling us a realtor horror story?
I'm sure there's none. I'm sure everything is perfectly
everything's
smooth
perfect,
all the
like
time,
you see on
right?
TV.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is just smooth and copacetic always.
Yes, nothing, no
No,
other issues.
I mean, I've never had anything very terrible that's happened.
Knock on wood, quickly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. That's great.
I mean, I've definitely had a few transactions fall through for whatever reason. But, one thing I dealt with this morning, which is kind of something that can happen, is not necessarily a commonality, but it goes back to kind of making sure that you're using vendors that are appropriately communicating and keeping everybody in the loop. So I just received this morning, it was for a buyer client, and the mortgage lender was not one of my preferred vendors. It was
Okay.
somebody that they wanted to use, a family friend. So, you have to, they
Yeah.
can use whoever they
for
want to
sure.
use. And then they closed in January, so this morning I just got an email, bless
Excuse
you,
me.
an email from the title company saying that we need this addendum signed that was from December. I had never have I ever heard about this addendum, and it was for me, so I'm like, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong
Right.
to delay this transaction? And I'm going back and looking, and no, never once did they send it to me. So it was literally just a very important document
Yep.
that was not.
What is
sent
that
to me.
document?
It was just an addendum to the contract, so something that had changed in the course of the initial contract to the
It could
to
be
the end.
purchase price, it could be closing dates, it could be closing cost credits,
Yeah.
so any changes that are made to like an initial contract, they need an addendum for everybody to sign to make sure that.
Yeah.
And that just goes back to that whole communication, and that goes back to that piece where keeping everybody in the loop, or you're just another name or number, and we're just gonna shuffle through and get this one done. Oops, we forgot this, but we're gonna, we'll get it later.
Right.
Well, later all costs money and time and maybe some other issues that you just don't know about.
Right, exactly. And luckily it didn't cost, it's nothing, and at least if it is unbeknownst to me, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think it is
right.
anything
Yeah,
huge.
for sure.
But it's, it could have been, it could, it very
Absolutely.
well could have been, and then it got my anxiety up, because I'm thinking, did I not do my job properly?
Right.
Well, and that's kudos to you for sitting here as a realtor for 3+ years and really not having something, really big go on that you just remember to a negative impact, which is really saying something to how you handle your business and how you practice trying to, really keep everything smooth and going.
Yeah.
There are many things that are just absolutely out of your control,
Yeah.
but the things that are within your control, you've managed well, and you've guided your clients and directed them to keep them out of harm's way.
Right.
And there again, that's, interview realtors, interview lenders, because, the Roxannes are out there, and you're not gonna find them with just, one. If you don't click, if you're just kinda not feeling it, move on.
Your gut is probably right.
Yeah.
Follow your gut and move on to
You
the
know,
next.
Yeah.
What, this is none of the questions, this just popped into my head, but is there an average amount of time that you can say that you spend with a client to buying, not selling, but let's just say buying a new home? And you said you probably spend several months together. Do you have a
Absolutely.
ballpark idea how long that is?
It varies because if you're looking at say, and this is just buyer because obviously sellers in this
Totally.
instance are
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
30, 40 days.
Right, right.
But with buyers, I feel like it all depends on what their need is. If they
Yeah.
aren't, if they don't say they don't need to move out. Maybe they live at parents. Maybe they, maybe they're switching homes and they can deal with two mortgages or whatever that
Yeah.
looks like. They might take a little bit longer because
Right.
they're really looking for that
Absolutely.
maybe diamond in the rough kind of thing. When it's somebody that, maybe they have a lease up and they really do need to find something,
sure.
it can be a
For
little
sure.
bit shorter time. I mean, I've had clients that I spend 3-4 months just looking for houses with, and then of course, if people need that immediate, or especially in this climate where things are getting, you need to
Find
bid
one
on
that-
something
yeah.
really quickly
For
and
sure.
find something you wanna try to get it
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
soon as possible, yeah.
And that's it. So I mean, you think in that evaluation process of your realtor, you're gonna spend minimum 3 months with them.
Yeah,
If you're to buy a property, more than likely you're gonna spend longer because of the inventory, because of what's going on in the climate. You're gonna spend time. So recognize that this isn't just gonna be a 15 or 30 day quick bang bang. It's gonna be some time and commitment and relationship.
And spending
gotta trust
weekends with
each other.
them when
Absolutely.
I mean, you
a
gotta
new friend to hang
trust
out with.
that they're gonna do the job of putting in that offer and being on time and knowing that you're gonna be probably part of multiple offers and how they're gonna navigate you through that and really educate you on, you know what, I don't think we should go any higher because I think this thing's at the max. Yeah, that might sadden you, that might even frustrate you, but you gotta give a listen to that because she knows the marketplace, and that's what you have to evaluate and develop a trust in the realtor to knowing what their job is, saying, I understand you really want this, and I'm not gonna stop you from that, however, you're at the top of that, at the market. If you bid any more, you may be in a situation where you're upside down in equity. That's okay, I'm just educating you, and I know you've done that, I know
Yeah.
that's your speak, I know that you are very thorough in your follow-up, in your conversations, and I mean, I have not found anybody to be ahead of me in anything other than you when we were selling the house back in Maywood. Like I'd come in the morning and I'd be ready to call Roxanne based on there was already an email, there was already a communication going. I already talked to them this,
You were
and I went,
so killer with
how
that.
the hell did she
so
get ahead of me?
awesome. Yeah, no,
I mean,
she.
it was. I am the nervous chicken that is just kind of hyper rooster firing around here. And
Come work with him for a day.
when Roxanne beats me to the text or the email and my answer is already in it, it's impressive.
It is very
and
impressive.
I was blown away by that. She truly is one of the greats out there, and I'm just thankful to really have this relationship and have her in our circle of network and people that we refer, that we deal with, and it has just been a wonderful relationship, and we're looking to do a lot more together. So why don't you
How
tell
about
us?
future plans?
Yeah.
Any real estate future plans? Like anything yet?
Changes, you mean?
I mean,
different-
like, getting licensed somewhere else, or like,
Yeah.
you seem happy with Village.
No, I am. I love Village.
That's great.
I should be getting my Indiana license. I study for it here and there. I
Okay.
just haven't made that step yet. But yeah,
Because
I
we're
should be
counting
getting
down the
my-
days
Yes.
until you have it.
I
Yes,
know.
you
I
should.
should be getting that as soon as
Messing
possible.
with you. No, that's good though. And anything other crazy things? going on?
Not
Good.
really. Just setting goals to double sales and double. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Keep
Good for
going
you.
and keep going
And
stronger.
no news in 2022 is kind of good news. So
Right.
I guess I'll take that as a good thing right now too.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up with the last question here. I think that unless
Yes.
we get some more from the guests
And
here,
unless I
in the-
keep
in the-
spewing when
the
more
folks
vomit
that are
at you.
So with the changes with COVID and things, with
Mhm.
everything that's going on, and kind of things have started going back to normal, and some of the mandates have been lifted, have you experienced any change? Have you seen anything remarkable in the industry to kind of talk about with the pandemic kind of slowing down? Has there been anything noticeably different for you in the way you operate and do business?
I mean, it's definitely getting a little bit more lax when it comes to, for example, sellers wanting people to only one person at a time,
Yeah.
oftentimes, or must wear, gloves and masks,
Yes.
and
Yes.
some people even wanted you to wipe down doorknobs and stuff when you
That's how
left.
crazy it was.
Yeah. So, that's definitely more docile now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So.
And that's something too, like, we lived through this pandemic of, 2+ years, and, you kind of just sit and look back and go, wow, that that was 2 years ago. And
It was
here
reality.
we are now, and you know, we're okay. We got through it, and as a matter of fact, some of us really thrived in it, and business was
Yeah.
remarkable. And,
My best year.
and great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
really one of our best years too, and you know, now, like I said, we're back to normal, whatever that is. But I think the new normal is different, and people are looking at houses online.
Yeah,
They're,
oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Those virtual tours
yeah,
and like,
buying
you
houses
know,
unseen.
It's still common, yeah,
What's that?
yeah.
that is so great. And I think that's going to be part of our new norm forever,
Yeah.
right? Like not even just next year, but
No.
forever.
Well, because it's so much more convenient a lot of times,
Yep.
you know, think about instead of having in-person meetings, you know, when I go to my listing meetings and things like that,
Yeah.
if people can do it while they're at work
Yep.
or in, you know, over the
Over
what,
Zoom
you
or
know,
over
Yeah.
whatever,
exactly, it's a
That
lot
is-
more
Right.
convenient for everybody involved.
And I
Yeah.
think that's really the most noticeable change that we've seen stick is the face-to-face meetings are a little bit less. If you call Zoom face-to-face, it's not, but I mean,
Screen to
the,
screen.
the
Yeah.
actual face-to-face is a little bit less. I think you see the virtual tours and things, but I mean, I'm gonna be truthful, I've done and seen virtual tours, and then I've actually gone on the live tour and gone, what?
Yeah.
What
I
did I
feel like
just see?
houses
Yeah.
always look bigger in pictures and videos and stuff too. Like,
But they only show you the good stuff.
oh, absolutely.
Real estate photographers are the best out
Yes.
there.
They
really
are insane. I need to use that for my next
I'm
photo
going,
shoot.
wait a minute. Okay, I see that one room, but what about this room over here that's dungy and dirty and needs tons of love?
Yeah.
You don't see that one in the video. So again, it
Be careful out there, friends.
Yeah.
Talk
Try
to
to
your
see the
realtors.
property.
Yeah, talk to your
Try to
realtors.
see it.
Is there anything that you want to share or tell the friends before we let you move on to your life and world?
No, I think that's it. I just thank you guys for having
No,
me.
thank you for
You're the
coming
best.
back.
I
You
really
are absolutely the
appreciate
best.
it. Yeah.
We so appreciate. If you guys want to get a hold of Roxanne, if you guys have any questions
you.
for her, all her information is right there. Please give her a call if you are needing a realtor, if you are selling, if you are buying.
If you're
Just-
doing anything in real estate,
Yeah.
reach out to
Anything,
Roxanne.
even if you have questions, I'm
Right. I mean, if, short sales, forbearance, foreclosure. You know what? We can get her through it all. She's experienced in all this stuff. Definitely one of our top and favorite people to work with. So
Yeah.
we thank you for,
Thank you
for
so
coming out
much.
here today and spending some time with us. Totally been valuable. We're gonna do a little quick clip here and share with you guys some fun that happens around our office behind the scenes. And we will be right back here in just a minute. Thank you again, Roxanne.
Thank
Please give her a
you.
holler. She is the best. Wow. Wow. Did you guys love that video?
Oh god.
Amy, great job. That was, I mean,
That wasn't even,
are you sore today? That was a lot of activity.
dude. That's my half of my job.
Wow, yeah.
I do it every day. I do
but
it.
you
every,
don't do it in a Mario suit, I don't think.
I don't do it in a Mario
Uh-huh.
suit. Thank you so much. Shout out to our friend Mario
That
for
was
letting
great.
me borrow that Mario suit. We were debating whether I should wear it again today, but I thought
No, that
once was enough.
that was pretty outstanding, and thank you for Corey for putting that little clip together. Our behind the scenes video guy, he's pretty amazing as
Yes,
well.
thank you, Corey.
Brittany, nice job shooting all that. What great content.
That was all.
Our guest, like,
Oh, she is great.
she is.
She is such a breath of fresh air.
You know-
Every time I'm around her or talk to her or spend time with her, I'm
Yeah.
like, this is somebody who was born to be a realtor and just is amazing to spend time with. So thank you, Roxanne.
Yeah, you-
Made
you-
today great.
You really do bring some positivity into just our space here, and
Yeah.
thanks for breathing some fresh air into us and into the industry and even our listeners. I hope you guys got some info from that.
Mhm.
Please definitely follow up with her if you even know somebody, give them a shout or give us a holler. We'll
Yeah.
connect you guys. We can put everybody
to-
in touch together.
Or put together a post with her information on
Yeah,
it. We can do that too.
she's phenomenal, and
Yeah.
we just can't say enough great things about
We
her.
cannot.
So let's move on to what we like to do each and every week that people like to take to the water cooler. We're gonna do fun facts.
The water cooler.
They talk around the water cooler,
Oh.
at their business in
Talk
their
around
office.
the-
They
some
come
other
and
kind
share
of
fun
fun.
facts with everybody. So
So if you have not guessed, today is National Mario Day.
it is.
It
I
is.
didn't know that.
Which I also find very funny. Okay, Brittany, I'm going to try to do something I said I wasn't going to do.
Uh-oh.
So, Mario Day is March 10th.
Uh-huh.
Because if you look at the word Mario,
Yes.
it's abbreviated March
Mar.
with the 10 on there.
Oh.
Right? When I read that, I was like,
What?
right? Stare at that word now for the next.
Yeah, I see it.
It's big. Well, you're
That's-
pointing at Mario's eyeball, but it's okay.
That's cool. No, I was blocking Mario's eyeball, but that's
Isn't that crazy?
So March 10th is Mario Day.
Yes,
Very
and
nice.
he first appeared in a 1981 game called Donkey Kong. So.
I remember it.
Yep.
I played it.
And if you are a very dedicated Mario fan, you knew Mario, before he was a plumber, he was a carpenter
Yes.
named Jumpman.
Jump Man?
Jumpman.
Okay, that I didn't know.
And then in
I thought it was
1983,
Luigi.
Ninte-
I thought it was Luigi. There was another guy, Luigi. Maybe
that's
it's
his
a-
brother.
I knew there was another guy.
Don't be a hater.
I like Luigi.
I didn't know Mario was a carpenter. This is just getting weirder and weirder.
I know. I'm ready to blow your mind again.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding. In '83, Nintendo launched a game
Yep.
where Jumpman reinvented himself into an Italian plumber who rescues princesses. And with over 210 million copies of the Mario game series sold, Mario ranks as one of the most popular video games of all time.
Who thinks of these things, right?
Dude, brilliant people.
Yes.
Brilliant people. It is also World Kidney Day.
Do I gotta donate one?
Well, I came up with a couple of Q&As
Okay.
that people often
All right.
ask about kidneys.
All right.
Can I live with only one kidney?
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
Humans can survive with one healthy kidney. Is there a cure for chronic kidney disease?
Ooh.
There are treatments, but in most cases, chronic kidney disease, they slow down to a disease to reduce symptoms, but it's not like an actual.
Okay.
And then last one was, are kidney diseases hereditary? Genes and lifestyle choices can
Yeah.
impact healthy kidneys. And then it is also National Blueberry Popover Day. It's above my head.
I don't love blueberries.
I don't know much about them.
No, I mean.
All I know is that, can I say this word on live?
You can.
Okay, so one of our really good friends, Chris
Yeah.
and Shauna, they have a baby. He used to call blueberries boobies.
Yeah. Boobies berries.
They were little boobies.
I get it. Yeah.
And
that's-
it's National Pack Your Lunch Day. Shout out to Brittany, who always packs her own lunch.
Wow. Actually, I didn't pack mine. Carol packed mine today, so thanks. She must have known.
And an immediate thing you will notice when you pack your own lunch is saving money.
It does.
It's one of the benefits of packing your own lunches.
It's a
So,
very, very frugal.
The best is when you
good
pack
thing to
someone's
do.
lunch and they don't take it.
Oh.
the best is when you ask for one thing from the grocery store to pack in your lunch, and it's still not at your home.
Wow, it sounds like this is some behind the scenes upsettedness that we won't go into.
The end.
Nice job. Very nice job. Well, that background, this Mario Day, this is very celebratory. I will tell you some fun facts of some things that happened today on this date, March the 10th, which you can see in the name Mario. March the 10th, today in 1913, was the first bowler who shot a 300 in the ABC tournament. William Knox, in 1913, rolled the first 300 in an ABC tournament. Just a little bowler fun fact, being a bowler myself, and I know Brittany's a fan.
Brittany Bowles.
Well, allegedly, we haven't seen it yet, but we're going to go out.
Stay tuned. We need to do an outing.
I've been asking we should do a bowling outing.
Yeah.
How about this? On today, March 10th, in 2012, this is disturbing. I will never do this again either. 2012, Coke and Pepsi, they had to alter their formulas to prevent from having to place a cancer warning label on their products. They had to alter the formula in 2012 because otherwise the FTC would have made them, not the FTC, the FDA would have
FDA.
made them put a cancer warning label. I don't think I want to drink Coke and Pepsi. So, and then the final one, 1876, on today's date, was the very first phone call. Telephone, the wall things that used to hang. Actually, this was probably one of those little.
What are those? I'm just kidding. Oh, or the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
the little-
Rotary
Your
dial.
sound effects are.
Yep, we got the ring. Oh, is it us there?
The buzzer.
That was the little 1876 first telephone call. Shared around the water cooler, kids. Good stuff.
Share it around the water cooler.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Amazing.
Melissa, you missed all the fun. You'll have to watch it again later tonight. Don't ever join late again. You were a winner. I'm very disappointed. You might be grounded from Title Talk for a week. So we'll see. We'll talk about that punishment later.
This just got real weird.
Yeah. All right. On to our next positive vibes, inspiration, motivation. Really, this is just all about who we are and who we represent. Amy, are you gonna vibe some people today?
I'm hoping. So while I was talking about fun facts, I neglected purposely to say today is International Day of Awesomeness. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about awesomeness and what
I'm
that
in.
is and
I'm
what that
all in.
means.
I'm all ears. Let's bring the awesomeness to the folks.
All right, so just a little behind the scenes. Kevin Lover, a web application developer, and a bunch of his coworkers conceived this special day. Fred Monero, an intern at Lover's company, suggested there should be a day to celebrate awesomeness. And that's kind of how awesomeness was created. I think it was 2008, 2009, somewhere around
Okay,
there. So
all right.
the International Day of Awesomeness has been a thing for a while. And then the original slogan for this day was because everyone needs an excuse to be awesome,
Oh.
was created. But then actually Kevin Lover's daughter came up with the slogan, no one's perfect, but everyone can be awesome.
Nice.
I just thought it was a very cool thing.
Nice.
So how could you celebrate awesomeness?
How do we celebrate awesomeness today?
Number one, easy one, strike up a conversation.
Okay.
Seek out the people in your workplace you normally would never talk to and start a conversation.
I challenge that. Go ahead.
What do you mean?
No, just carry on.
Someone that you normally don't talk to. It could be about weather, sports, your favorite gym, your kids, weekend plans, or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But be curious, respectful, and make a connection, and will brighten their day.
Okay.
Why are you smirking?
I just want to see that in action. Go ahead.
Who should I be talking to?
You tell me.
We didn't say before we were talking about you.
Ask a question. Sometimes all it takes to be awesome is to be a good listener. Listening is transformative in the workplace, where too often we get caught up in our own responsibilities and become oblivious to the needs of others. So ask a question like, how's the new scheduling program working for you? Or what would make it easier for you to do your job? Just listen without jumping in to offer your takeaway right away. This is a fun one. Change your scenery. Is meeting in the same old conference room getting stale?
Mm-hmm.
Change the scenery. Take your meeting outdoors or suggest meeting over lunch instead. Fresh air, good food, and camaraderie are a quick boost to morale.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Say what if.
Ooh. I don't like what if.
Work awesomeness often starts with the words what if.
Mm-hmm.
As in, what if you do it differently this time?
Mm-hmm.
Take the lead and empower employees to try new ways of doing their work. Don't be afraid to let them have a little fun. Workplace fun has serious benefits. A little shake up to the routine can be good once in a while. Routines are the essential building blocks of culture, but are your workplace routines serving your employees and company well?
Right.
Maybe it's time to spark positive change and encourage employee creativity by asking, what if? Last one, recognize awesomeness. Publicly recognize the kind of above and beyond effort that makes your employees and community awesome. Seek it out. Did employees show uncommon empathy in helping a customer? Is your team involved in an awesome volunteer program?
Mm-hmm.
Is your company partnered with an organization in the community that is doing great work?
Yep. Check.
Whatever it is, announce these displays of awesomeness on social media or at the top of your staff meeting and give participants the recognition they deserve.
Oh, it's great.
So I kind of looked at that in the way of like, what can we do
Yeah.
in Inspired Title to kind of make a difference and
Yeah.
to celebrate awesomeness?
I think that's really great, and as you were kind of speaking those, you know, I'm sitting here thinking about the things that we already do.
I know.
And really,
I know.
we check off a lot of those things on the list, and it's really comforting to hear you read that and kind of go,
Yeah,
we do that, and we're doing
Isn't that
it.
cool?
Yeah, no, it's very good.
It really made my heart warm.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, spread positivity today. And go
Nice
out
job.
there and be awesome.
Absolutely, very nice job, Amy. Very well done. I really would like to second that and third that because I think that you know it really is what we stand for and what we do.
Yeah,
So,
that was the coolest part for me.
Yeah,
The
good connection.
acknowledgement
Yeah, very
of-
good connection to that. So, I went ahead and wrote a letter to future me, and I did this a while ago, and I kind of brought it back and kind of retouched on it. So this is a inspiration or a motivational letter to the future me. So dear future me, don't worry, all things will happen if they're meant to. Stop comparing the past to the present. You left it behind for a reason. So go forward confidently into the future you are developing right now. Keep smiling. Those small worries and concerns will only be forgotten in a year's time. Be thankful for those small blessings that grace your life each day. Even when it seems things are falling apart, it takes the destruction of all the old to build up the new. Tell the people in your life that you love them. It does not matter how many people are in your life, love the ones you have. Be grateful they are placed in your atmosphere, and seek out the knowledge and truths you are meant to learn from, even if it's only to learn not to be like them. Invest in moments and memories, not things. It's not wrong to have nice things, like a nice house or a nice car, as long as it is the memories made in the house or in that car, and where you went with those you love that you hold most dear. But above all, strive to be just yourself. Find out who you really are and be that person. Never stand on someone else's ground to be who they are. Build your own hill to stand on. Look around at the roots you have sown to be where you are. Love yourself now, not for who you should be in 10 years or 10 pounds lighter, not for the better job or better place you'll be someday. Love for who you are right now, each and every moment, and live with no regrets. All those choices are yours. That's my note to my future me.
Do you know when you wrote that?
December of 2002.
Seriously? Holy jamoly. That was almost 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Indeed.
That's
Indeed.
crazy.
So those are our positive vibes in our motivational minute. Again, these things are shared to just kind of show you guys who we are. I mean, we're real people. We are people that are really just inspiration motivated by doing the right thing and doing good things, and hopefully some of these shares that both Amy and myself do kind of touch you guys in a way that maybe you think about it for a little bit or apply them to your life and your workplace. So I'm excited to do this every week. It's
Very
really
cool.
great. So next we are into what we've been doing is called our giveaway. Remember, how do you get in it? What do you do?
You don't just watch.
You don't?
You don't.
Oh no. How do I get into the giveaway, Aim? What do I want to win?
You have to watch.
You gotta watch.
You have to like.
Gotta like it.
You got to share it
Maybe share it.
or comment on it.
Do that. Comment on it.
And
Try
you-
it out.
And so we got the Melnicki bunch has been
Dominating.
ripping
But one of them is grounded, even though she's gonna come out and
Did
do
you see
some
her
Koopa.
comment to you
I don't know
back?
what is she's gonna Koopa on me. That must be
It's
some
part of
Polish thing.
Mario.
I know, but I'm gonna be Koopa. I don't want to be Koopa. Yeah, I know. Can you use Koopa as a verb? Do you actually Koopa?
She just did.
Well,
And I just
she
showed
was-
how you Koopa.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not a fictitious character where I would just go. You can't Koopa me.
Don't be a buzzkill.
Okay, I've just been Koopa. Whatever. All right, hey, giveaway.
Yes.
Please share,
Mhm.
like, comment.
Ask questions, all that fun stuff.
Asking questions is great when we have our guest or when we're going through our share with you guys about whether it is, lenders and conversation. Ask us a question
Yeah.
or ask our guest a question. I mean, like the folks did today. Certainly we'll get you into the
For
giveaway for the month. We got a couple more weeks left,
Yep.
so it's never.
No
We've got
silly
enough time.
questions, no silly anything.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just-
we're here.
We
We're
love
killing
it.
it. We're ready.
so make sure so
Do
you
it.
can get entered in our
Do it.
giveaway.
Anybody bet Melnicki's, somebody other than the Melnicki family must participate. Share this thing, folks. We really love doing it, and we're just asking for you guys to kind of help us grow this show and get it out to the masses.
And it's kind of fun.
I love it. I mean, I love doing this every week. It's really a good break from our weekly chaos that we do, and,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy doing the show. And again, we continue to take it to the next level. We're going to continue turning it up as we go. So thank you for those of you guys that are doing this and keep doing it.
Mhm.
And we thank you.
We do it for you.
We do. Now on to bum. We're doing it.
It's happening.
So, just a little bit behind the scenes conversation and concerns that we want to address and make sure that you guys are, not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We get it. We're not asking for you guys to go ahead and send us your weights and
Or your
share that stuff with
Pictures
us if
of
you want to.
uncomfortable.
It's okay. We get it. We're doing that for the accountability piece. We're going to start to do some things and start to have some conversations about encouraging that and we'll be the accountability partners. And how are you doing on this? We've
Yeah.
got a lot of folks that are in this. Please send your information, your name to Amy saying, hey, or I'm sorry, Brittany to say,
one of
hey,
us,
I'm
yeah.
in, and let us know. I mean, I know that we've got 10 plus people
We do.
already participating
We do.
in this thing. Let's get the names in. Just say in. Type in on the message there that you want to be a participant in our weight loss challenge. We are doing this for 60 days. It is underway, and
It's
we
not fun.
are in it.
Eating healthier is the hardest part for me.
Eating healthy, especially around this office.
Yes.
Walking, running.
I'm loving that part of it. I'm loving the working out part of it.
So
but
stimulating.
I'm missing my cheese fries.
Yeah,
And my chocolate.
And I'll tell you, as we get into the spring season, it's a good start to breathing that fresh air. Let's do it while it's still cold and snowy and yuck. Let's crush
I'm going
this
to
thing
Swallow
together.
Cliff. That's
And
my.
yeah, I mean, I'm going to inspire you guys and motivate you guys each and every week to what are you doing? Tell us what you're doing. Tell us
Vicky
what
said
you
she's
did.
in. She commented.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vicky, congrats. We're glad to have you.
Yes.
And really, what are you doing? Tell us what you did last week. And I'm going to give you guys some ideas and tips of things that we're doing, and maybe you can kind of relate to that. Or we're going to assemble an outing where we get the 10 or 12 of us, or how many ever we can get together to go out to do a walk in the park, or
Lake Catherine, yep.
the Swallow Cliff, the just different things that we want
Bring
to
your
do.
dogs, bring your kids, bring your friends, bring your family.
Let's just go laugh and we'll put this together in a
Yeah.
celebratory way. I don't care if you lose 5 pounds. I don't care if you lose 1. I don't care if you lose 10. It's participating and doing it for you. You don't have to do this.
Yeah.
We're not saying that, oh my God, you're overweight. Oh my God, you got this or you got that. No. We're doing this for just the mental focus of having some fun together, being
Yeah.
around good people, and surrounded by the same goal.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care.
Right.
Nor should you.
Nope.
No judging. Let's have some fun with this.
Yeah.
And get involved. So put the in, and Brittany will get that list together. We'll like I said, I think we're upwards of 10 plus people.
Yeah, we are.
And I'm thankful to
It's great.
to be doing this with you guys, and it motivates me,
Yeah. It does. 100%.
and I'm definitely a motivational guy, so I can for sure get this thing ramped up, and I can really see this thing doing some good things. So starts now. Look at your weight. What I found to be really fun, and Carol and I have actually done this.
Is hold
It's-
10 bricks above your head and then
Yep,
weigh
stand on the
yourself?
count. Yep, stand on the scale. Let it happen. Better than that is take a picture of yourself right now, a selfie right now. Just kind of in a
In a mirror.
in a mirror with just kind of an outfit on that kind of shows what you look like. right? And then watch your transformation, whether it be 5 pounds or 10, the difference of you in 60 days. I'm telling you, if that doesn't motivate you through that process, it's incredible. Carol and I have done this. We do this. It's really inspirational. It's motivational to go, wow, giving up those cheese fries really put me in a good spot. You know, going out and doing that run or doing that walk or taking that time, it's a great time to be, you know, and release some of the pressure and stresses that,
Yep.
that we all carry.
Absolutely.
You know, I know it does me well when I kind of just release that, and the folks here are more appreciative of it because I'm not a you know, raving lunatic, but I need that so I don't burst internally, and you know, hopefully it helps you guys the same way. What do you got?
105 days until the golf outing.
Nice.
I did the countdown yesterday. I was able to talk to my Aunt Anne, and she gave the green light on, yeah, you guys are doing this. She loved everything we did last year, so thankful that we are participating in the golf outing again. That is on July 24th. It's a Sunday. And yeah, we're going to start collecting names, getting information out there, but count it, 105 days.
Get your name in that golf outing. It is amazing.
They're already talking about the repeat champs if they could do it again. I talked to my cousin
They
yesterday.
can't. No, they can't. You know, we got some things to help them not do that. But again, that was probably one of the more fun things we did last year. It was the work didn't feel like work. It felt like it was just really dedicated to a great cause. All of the proceeds are going to the Miracle League in Joliet. Last year we got to beat it. We just absolutely have to crush it.
Yes.
I would like to make, my goal is $10,000 donation to them, which is a little bit more than
I think we're around 75.
7. So it's,
or-
yeah, it's almost a, you know, it's
Quarter increase?
Yeah, right, 25% going up. So I'd like to get to 10 grand to give to the Miracle League, and I think we can do it. We need sponsors.
Yeah, we're doing the signs, we're doing the donation
everything.
baskets, we're doing the raffles, we're
Yeah.
hopefully gonna get to at least 18. I mean, I think we might have to do a double start.
I think so.
Because I think
Do
we'll-
2 foursomes on a,
Yeah.
yeah, because what do we have, how many did we have last year?
I mean, I feel like that we had 20 last
Yeah,
year.
so what we'll probably do is, I mean, we'd like to get up to 36 foursomes. That would be 2 foursomes on each hole, just, you know, there'd be an A and a B.
Correct.
So A goes first and then B goes, so 72 people, I mean, you're talking about, you know, that 70, what did I just do?
72?
18 times
18
4
times
is
4 times
72,
4.
so it'd be 144 people that we need to fill that goal. So 144 people, $10,000 raised for the Miracle League are really the immediate goals, and I
Yeah.
think that we can do that for this great cause. I'm inspired to do it, and I know Amy is too, and
Yeah.
we got the support of, you know, our wonderful participants that, you know, our clients and our really our circle of folks have been really great. So get ready, we're gonna be starting to tap you guys for some donations and help with this as well. So what else are we gonna do? We got
Blood drive.
right? End of the month.
Can't
Amy's-
wait.
Amy's passing out the
It's
end of the
gonna be
month.
great.
Crohn's and colitis. I'm gonna be doing the walk.
Oh, we got the Crohn's and Colitis Walk. That is also done here in March, right? That
That's in
is
March?
April.
April.
Oh, okay.
End of
Yeah,
April.
that's actually one of our employees' family. It's obviously near and dear to me with Carol as well, but my daughter-in-law, and she is in that circle of Crohn's and colitis folks and irritable bowel and all those, and it's a really great foundation. So we're gonna obviously participate in that as well, as donate to that. So that is April. We've just got things moving, and
Holy shamoly.
yeah, I mean, we have our meeting, you know, on what we're doing with the show and what we're doing with promotions and you know, our monthly givebacks and things. It's just gotten amazing. It's
It's so
absolutely
cool.
amazing. So we're excited to
Talking to
do
Chris
that
tomorrow
stuff as
about his
well.
ideas, so
Yeah,
yeah,
we're gonna
so
do
some
fun
really good stuff
with
is
that
coming
as
up.
well. So stick around for more fun on our gives back. We always, you know, we always like to share this with you guys to let you know that we're out in the community, and you know, please join us. Feel free to, you know, reach out to us and ask how you can kind of be part of this with us. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
We would absolutely not deny any kind of help or participation or support in this. So look forward to that. And now let's go to
Wrap up?
I think we should probably give them our little a little quote of the day.
A
And
little quote?
let these folks go, and I just feel like the showtime went by so fast today.
And we're at an hour.
Yeah, and Roxanne killed it. So
Yeah.
thank you again for Roxanne. We're gonna take you guys out with our quote of the day. Take this one with you, folks.
All right, I'm going, happiness is not something ready-made, it comes from your own actions.
Amen. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
And just because someone carries it well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. So, folks, we are Inspired Business Group, Inspired Title, Inspired Development. So very thankful for you guys joining us each and every week. I hope you guys look forward to this like we do. You guys are really great in supporting us. We thank you.
Are we
Please
talking about a time change
share
at
it.
some point?
At some point, we're gonna,
Okay.
we may push this thing to like the noon hour.
Till lunchtime, maybe?
You know, so we can get some more listenership.
Yeah.
And,
So
you know,
we'll be sure to keep you guys
Yeah.
posted on what the decisions
yeah,
are that
keep
are.
keep checking our Facebook page. We obviously let you guys know the previews and things the day before.
Yeah.
But we may chunk this thing to 12 or 12:30 because of
Keep your ears open.
yeah, trying to challenge some other folks and listeners. It's kind of been something that people have just kind of wondered and talked about. So we're just trying to you know, better ourselves and you know, better our position in the marketplace. So we thank you guys for listening. My name is Drew.
My name is Amy.
We are Inspired Business. We thank you guys again for listening. Thank you, Roxanne, for being a part of this. Make today a great day, everybody. Get out there and enjoy it. Until next week, take care, be safe. Bye, everybody.
Well, there you have it. That is it for this week's edition of Title Talk. Be sure to head over to our Inspired YouTube page and subscribe and like. And make sure you follow the team on Instagram and Facebook. Join us again next time for more tips and knowledge from the industry pros. Thanks again for listening.